Hi, I'm Luke Searveld. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Gaffer. Today we're going to revisit the Gemini 1x1 hard. Last time I did a quick review and there were a couple things that I missed and a couple things that I wanted to try but didn't have time. We're going to just compare the S30 Skypanel and the 1x1 hard, and what I'd like to do is take out the diffusion panels and just see if that changes anything. You know, we're not going to try to make a perfect lighting setup, but basically we have a person inside and we have a really bright exterior. Those windows, we're not going to treat them. We're just going to try to bring up our base light inside to get close to that out there and not make it too uncomfortable for our interviewee. We'll start with the S30 and we'll just put it on full bore 5600. We'll just get a base reading here. So to camera, 500 ISO on a GH5S and 2398. I've got 2 1/3. Out there, if we wanted to see some detail outside, we'd probably crack this open to 16. Yeah, something like that. So now let's see if we can get, I think we're 2.8 on this lens. So 2.8, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 16. That's a lot of stops. Okay, 100%, 5600. Not even close. Okay, so now if we let the outside blow a little bit, crack it down 2 stops. So here we're at an 8. So yeah, I can't see it perfectly on this little monitor, but maybe that's in the ballpark. You know, you let your outside blow a little bit. And now, what do we have here? Full bore S30. We have a 5.6 4/10, so almost a 5.6 split 8. We're 8 on the lens. You know, you could probably live with this. It's a pretty hard shadow for sure. Why don't we put a little frame of 250 in just to see where that gets us. So why do that? Well, you know, you want to make it as pleasant as possible for your subject, and getting the diffusion a little bit further away from a unit, and then you can fill the diffusion rather than having the diffusion right up front. You know, it's just a way to soften things a little bit. It's still pretty hard. And how much does it take away? Not a ton. Yeah, that's 5.6 and 2/10. So anyway, it took maybe a 1/3 of a stop. Now let's see if we take the flat diffuser out of the S30, what does that do? I mean, there was maybe a little something there. No, basically that's the same output. So, you know, that's why I'm interested to see if that's different with the 1x1 hard. This is the same stop that I had with the diffuser in. Yeah, so go figure. Now, just for yucks, let's take the 250 out. Can't imagine it would make a difference, but let's see. Yeah, 5.6 and 4/10, so we're still at that almost 5.6 split 8. I'm 8 on the lens at the moment, and yeah, I'm not gaining anything. It just feels harsher without the flat diffuser. Okay, now let's go to the 1x1 hard and see what happens. Shazam. Okay, well, that's definitely more light there. And now, to be fair to the S30, I didn't put an intensifier in there. I don't have that panel. I have it for the S60, but I don't have it for the S30. So that would give you more output. You know, some people say 40%. I'm not quite sure what that number is exactly. Here, we're at 8, so almost an 11. So let's go to, I'm going to go to 11 split 16. Yeah, I'm still just under an 11 here, but to camera, it seems like that's enough light So that's just, yeah, raw right there. Let's see if it's different if I take that diffuser out. Yes, it's definitely different. This is 11 4/10. So that's, you know, on the way to 11 split 16. So we could probably go to a 16 on the lens here at least. Even feels a little bright on me now, but now we're definitely seeing outside. So, wow, okay. That's that. Let's put the bubble diffuser on, and then we'll go to the 250. Okay, so there's the, oh wow. The bubble diffuser without the flat diffuser on the inside of it definitely takes that down. Yeah, that's a pretty, yeah, this takes it down to 5, 6, and 8/10, so just under an 8. Here, if we're at a 16 and I go to 8 split 11 on the lens, that's in a zone, I think, that could work. And the outside, you know, is a little bright, but it feels like it's sunny out there, which it is. That's actually a level that is workable. Now, it's not a soft feel, so it'd be much better to treat your windows and bring this down, make it softer, whatever. But yeah, totally depends what you want to do with your look. Now let's go ahead and put this through the 250, and we'll take the bubble diffuser out. So that's definitely brighter than the bubble diffuser, just under an 11. 11 split 16 in that zone. And that's pretty bright. I mean, you could live with it, especially if you're looking at camera, but it's definitely bright coming here on the subject. But you are able to hold your background, so that's a thing. From the unit, I'm maybe 5 feet. Now, let's put it on battery. What I'd like to see is, can I get full output with the one battery? Yeah, feels like we've got it all going on. Same, just under 11, goes to 11. Now that's on a battery. And I don't know how long this will run, but just that capability is pretty darn cool. In this configuration, on a single battery, and of course you still have full RGB and the like. There's one more thing I want to point out about this battery setup. So with the S30, you would need an adapter like this for 2 batteries, 2 14-volt batteries to run it, and then a special 4-pin cable to come in. The battery usage is like up to 30 volts on the S30, whereas here you've just got the single V-mount. So that's handy. And then what I didn't explain that well last time was just the fact that when you put the DC adapter on, because this comes off, and when you have the DC adapter on, then when it's plugged in this configuration, you pull mains, put the battery on, and away you go. The unit just starts right up again. You know, it's not worried because it sees what it needs to see, which is enough power to run it at 100%. So, pretty handy. Overall, I like the trend of this 1x1 hard. You know, we're starting to see more point source lights that are not only daylight, but or tunable, but also adding in the RGB. The problem is you often lose output. So seeing a unit that has full range into color, but also has the output that you're used to in a daylight only unit, wow, that's a nice trend. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Somebody wanted to know if the softbox that's made for the snap bag that's made for the 6x Astra, if that will fit on this 1x1 hard. And I said I would try that today. So let's see if it seems like it has the same grooves. And since I've got the kind that just has the straps rather than the corner straps, I think it's going to work just fine. So there. Get that top one in the groove. See if I can get the bottom one in the groove. No, that's a little tight. Maybe because I've got this too tight. Yeah, I probably can't get the, you know, the thing in the indent here and the indent here, but overall, it's definitely covering it. And there you go. Now, you can't get it, you know, can't tilt it too much, so you'd have to get a little adapter here for that, but that works. Right on.